Today we're going to be painting some pretty purple irises on a green background. I'm starting with a canvas that has already been painted green. This is an 8x8 canvas. However, everything else can be painted wet on wet. You don't have to wait for any drying time after the canvas itself is dry. We're going to begin with a shade of purple that's created from mixing blue and red with about double the amount of blue than red. Paint a 4-pointed star. This is the base of our iris. If you stick with only foreground irises, it will still look lovely, but you can add some depth to your piece by adding background flowers. I'm doing this by using a watered down version of this same shade of purple. Now I'm going to add the centers of my irises. These are going to basically be the focal points of this painting. With the irises being such a dark purple, these lighter purple parts are going to pop. This is made by mixing white, our same dark purple, and a little bit of blue together. It's important to maintain the illusion that the background irises are not as substantial as the foreground irises, and this is done by painting them very, very lightly, and by contrast, by painting the foreground irises very heavily. This is a great opportunity for some impasto marks or painting in great dabs of paint that are let to dry in place instead of spreading it around so that it has a smooth finish. As a note, I am painting in medium quality paints. I'm not painting in like cheap $1 paints, but I'm not paying $20 a tube either. My paints cost about $3 to $5 a tube, and this allows me to do impasto marks. Cheaper paints, the paints that are about $1 a tube, are not going to let you do this as well. They're going to crack while they dry. Here I'm painting in the stems with a very light yellow-green. For the foreground flowers, I have added more yellow to the green to make it pop more. It's back to the center of the flowers, and we're going to add some yellow. This is a perfectly respectable place to stop painting, but we also have the opportunity to add more depth. I've mixed up another purple, somewhere between the dark purple of the iris itself and the lighter purple of the middle, to add highlights. I'm mostly adding these on the top and the left of the flowers, because I'm imagining the light is coming from the top left. Conversely, that means the shadows are on the bottom right, which is what I'm adding in now. You'll note that I'm using pretty much the same shade of paint for both the highlights and the shadows, and that's because I'm highlighting darker areas while shadowing lighter areas. To be completely honest, there's no real purpose for these pink highlights I'm doing. I just wanted to do them. The principles on this painting can be expanded into doing a larger painting. And there we have it. If you learned something today, please comment or subscribe. I really appreciate it.